Bonjour, I am Sandrine, the founder and leader of the Golden Age Spiritual Ministry. Together, we learn about the embodiment of our multidimensionality so we can reclaim our full sovereignty in this beautiful reality. My High Council and I are happy to welcome you into our movement of spiritual revolution. Please subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of my new transmissions. Thank you for liking, commenting below and sharing this video. Show us your love. And to this very fast double trance channeling session with the one and only Tahna! So this is part of the portal. So today it is our channeling lab session, and we felt that it is really a spontaneous invitation that I shared with you. You also felt it this morning. I started saying with me, like, let's do something together. And as the energy has been building up, we felt like even doing trance channeling with like we both bring the Arcturians in and we trance channel. And then as it expands in the delivery inside the portal, which is my 12 months program, an ascension school of channeling, it really came really clear that we wanted to share this transmission with more people. So we are going to have some students share questions. I also have questions that are very present in the field, and we'll see what the Arcturians are going to share. So thank you so much in advance for watching this. My portal student watch this on the replay. I'm very happy for you to meet Tahna. She's an extraordinary trance channel and a beautiful human. She will introduce herself very soon. And for everyone else who's going to catch this on the replay on whatever platform, thank you so much for being here, not only watching, not only receiving, but also here on planet Earth, because the world is a better place because you are in it. You were born for a reason. You are an incredible, fantastic, beautiful, pure, magnificent spark of God. You are really needed. You are needed to be more activated in your life, more activated in your mission, more activated in your channel. This year is a fucking year to go. This year it's happening. And as myself, I work as an ascension mentor, trance channel, spiritual teacher. I'm here to train people to really become spiritual athletes, to train their musculature in becoming unshakable force of creation, combining galactic power, dragon power, and ancient civilizations, templating and remembrance. So we bring a lot of pretty badass vibe together, and today we will see what it's about, and it might very well be initiating a new timeline for us in co-creation. Who knows? So thank you so much for being here. Tahna, please introduce yourself, because this video is going to be shared more extensively, and then we'll see. We're bringing the Arcturians, and let's rock it.
Kia ora, my name is Tahna. I am a trance channel, light language mage, and professional priestess. I am here to anchor in and initiate the multidimensional lifetimes that people have lived and help them to really anchor into this lifetime from a grounded place. So for me, it is about ascension, it's about intensity, it's about the mystic codes, but it's about simple, sustainable spiritual practices. Going in and through the body, rather than just like, oh, I'm exiting the body, exiting the body, exiting the body. It's about how can I be the most divine version of me in this lifetime. And this, like, these are important times. The way that the world is changing right now is unprecedented. And I'm very excited for this opportunity to channel for you all together.
We are very excited. It is a first. We haven't done it before, so very exciting. And I'm going to read a few questions out loud. I'm going to also bring questions that are present in my field, and you bring questions in your field. So basically, we're going to share a little bit what's present in the field, and we do that in advance, because then we close our eyes and we go deep into trance state, and then who knows what's going to happen as the Arcturians take over. So I would love, before we start, for our portal students here and everyone who's going to receive, like, how do you perceive the frequency of the Arcturians as you trance channel them? Do you perceive that you have a being come into your body? Or like myself, it's like, to start with, I would perceive that an Arcturian was stepping in my body and kind of like taking over. But after a year and a half of that happening, I actually realized that it's me. I'm trance channeling an aspect of myself, which is an Arcturian. I'm also Arcturian, as Syrian, as Dragony. And when I go into trance state, I don't have a being come in my body, but I feel like I'm merging. So I see big eyes, I see 3 fingers, I see this skin underneath my skin, and basically I become an Arcturian.
Yes, I never thought about it like that before. So for me, initially, it was like a being steps through the gateway. but now it is emerging with my Arcturian self. Yes. And she comes and like, well, not really. Arcturians are very androgynous. There's not a gender binary with them, but it's like we become enmeshed together in order for me to access the dimensions that they have connections with.
And because it's also part of the codex of this term within the portal channeling the infinite self, I think it's quite relevant to say to everyone that when we step into that refinement of channeling and trance channeling, really understanding, feeling, moving as we channel an aspect of ourselves as our infinite self, it brings a lot of a crystalline purity. It brings a lot of sovereignty and also confidence and bravery, as well as deep humility. So I just wanted to share that a lot of people who are going to watch this piece of information can change a lot, because I know that a lot of people who step into the world of channeling, they don't think that they could be good enough to channel their own wisdom. They don't have galactic blueprint, don't have access, but it's like we only know what we know until we receive information that shift our consciousness, and we're like, oh, I like this. So if you like this, consider the fact that you could very well be such a powerful channel that you channel an aspect of yourself that is very advanced, very multidimensional, that you are that your human is moving into that mastery in this current configuration, and that your human self just needs to lean back and surrender to hand the keys to yourself. And what's also great to know about this is that it is super safe. You are not infiltrated by any demons, entities, dark side of the force, because you're channeling you. So I just wanted to say this because it is really kind of like a key of sovereign connection and power when we are channelers. Amazing. Let's bring some questions in. Okay, so grazie noite, querite. Could you give advice on how we can work with our own Arcturian friends and family? How can we on Earth be harmonized with galactic energies and Arcturian energies to help Earth in our current chaotic state that is also increasing in light? How can you tell if you're experiencing different timelines or timeline changes? What is the greatest mystery to you in your dimension? Love that. Excellent. I love it. I love this. Also, what's present in the field is how can we be unshakable in our knowing that we're going to be fine, that the world is going to be fine when we see what's going on there, and we know that things are going to intensify because the planet says so. It's pretty obvious out there. It's like, oh, how do we stay really unshakable in this inner knowing? Because I know that myself, Sandrine, speaking these words, every time I teach, everyone at channel, everyone at Trance channel, and as I move through my life, I have this extraordinary faith and confidence in the fact that it's going great, it's going according to the plan. But then the human that gets fearful and dysregulated because, God, it's happening. Whew, if we can do it. And timelines of doomsday scenario therefore open up. And as we pick up from the field from other people and the news and so on, it's like, is this true or untrue? So also talking about like these timeline shifts that happen. And I will reread the question as we go. Thank you very much for the question. May we start? Akaras potri contare shino pokres shino steti trate que se nitra te cosa niatra ta cosa niatra te cosa nitra te cosa nitra te cosa mutra te cosa te cosa ridara sada kumar. Dear ones, we're very happy to be able to co-create with you today, dear Tahna, beloved Arcturian family. So many family of the light present, also welcoming the holder of the Rose Codex, Mary Magdalene tradition, many ancient channelers tradition present in the field, present both of you, present for many people who are going to receive this transmission. We welcome priestesses, galactic priests, galactic priestesses, ancient civilization priests and priestesses, many councils of light, Gaia's temple, many families of the light. Welcome into the field, dear ones. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for your guidance, your divine blessing. Us Arcturians are deeply honored to be able to bring this information through for humanity at this very important conjunction point in terms of time and space continuum and ascension process. please, we hand you now the microphone, dear Tahna Arcturian, so you can also share introductive word with us and speak into whatever dynamic you feel connected with right now.
It is with great pleasure and anticipation that we join you today, dear ones, and at the co-creation between Sandrine and Tahna. It's very, very personal, and it is like being with family. We acknowledge and welcome all of the beings that are present with us in this moment, and especially give thanks to Angel Metatron for his lessons and grace upon this day. The very first topic that we would like to speak upon today is understanding our opinion or our allowing humans to understand where they stand when it comes to, oh, the world is on fire, but how can I take care of my side of the story? So it is important to understand that this time humanity has more access and understanding of what is happening beyond and beyond and beyond outside of the everyday of your life than you have ever had access to before. And so there is a need to first go, how can I make sure that the garden within my own self and my own family and my own experience is cared for first? Because if you are sharing everything for the whole of humanity and you are acting like, oh, Yeshua, Jesus, to try to tend to everyone else's garden, you will realize very, very quickly that you are extending far beyond your capacity to care for. And so therefore we ask you to zoom in, slow down, and understand that what is happening with humanity right now is going to happen regardless of how much you panic and how much you try to do and how much you try to save. Allowing the human to be so deeply human that you go, this is difficult. My human sees that, I acknowledge that, I see. And then step forward and say, how can I support not the whole world right now, because that might feel too big. Yes, you can pray, and yes, there are many, many ways, but what if you stood for a moment in the sovereignty of yourself with your high council, call them in and say, how can I be best of service to myself and the people in front of me right now? How can I stand stabilized in my channel so that I can hold the frequency of love and understanding that no matter how fucking dumpster fire the shit is going on out there, that it's going to purify and alchemize. And then from that place of stability, you take care of the people in your street and in your community, and you let it filter out like the mycelium of the mushroom and the plants. We connect with the community and the garden and the places around us, and from there it spreads like wow. You take care of the whole planet by taking care of those you love and in front of you. You take care of the entirety of the evolution of humanity when you tend to yourself first. For if you are destabilized by the pain and suffering of what is happening outside of you, you do not have the precision and the capacity to care for what is in front. We are complete for now.
Thank you very much, dear ones. We were very activated by everything that you have shared before and following on this subject that you have so beautifully opened up and developed. We would love to continue with attending to your garden. Everyone present here, listen to this. You will perceive the difference between the transmission from beloved Tahna and beloved Sandrine. Tahna, great nurturer. Tahna attend the garden, invites introspection into the cultivation of nurturings self-love and connection to love. And we also, of course, promote that heavily. But you will notice that for us, also what we bring into the field can be the masculine dynamic of coming with a little bit of a poking and a stick to activate you. Because, dear ones, here is something very important to realize. You cannot tend to your garden, you cannot tend to your life, and therefore care for others if you're lazy. If you practice laziness, if you're a victim, if you wait for someone to save you, if you wait all of a sudden for your addictions to substances, addictions to suffering, addictions to feeling like the victim of the financial health system, government system, how can you tend to your garden when you allow the energy to leak through victimhood, laziness, and complacency? Beloved ones, we say this with so much love and kindness. You are so powerful. You're magnificent. You are a crystalline light of God, a unique spark of the universe. So shake yourself up and go to work, tend to your garden. Stop indulging in processes, activities, thought pattern, and actions that are detrimental to your well-being to start with. Stop indulging in routines that are not promoting your happiness. Stop talking negatively about yourself, about your gorgeous human. Ban self-sabotage, self-flagellation, and victimhood from your field once and for all. How do you think the world is going to change if you continuously go out in your garden and you see it's polluted by weed and weeds, and that the neighbor is dumping their trash in your garden? But you know, I don't want to offend anyone's feelings by saying, how dare you trespass my boundaries and put your trash in my garden? How dare myself to feel lazy and fully embedded in my addiction to suffering and not to get out there, pull out the weed, do the inner work, do what's necessary to tend so my garden is beautiful, magnificent. The fairies can come, the bees can come, the flowers can be pollinated, and it's so open, so beautiful. What does happen? All my neighbors are curious. How does she get such beautiful garden? You open the house, you make cake, you make tea, you have a little party, you invite your people, they get curious, you love them. Love people more, dear ones. There are many frequencies of love to be offered and received out there. Be in love. Allow yourself to be in love. You can be in love and feel that it's inappropriate to be in love with such person, with such group of people, because you shouldn't love them. It's not allowed. Learn to differentiate the frequencies of love. You love your pets, you love your children, you love your partner, you love your friends, you love your parents differently. Expand that. Expand the frequency. I can love myself too differently. I can love my people differently, more open, more crystalline. So the work of shifting timeline, the work of staying stabilized in your field when the world around you is burning down and being crazy, you do the work. You show up. You stop complaining. You stop allowing words to come out of your mouth that are negative. Think about sending with a stick, going like, not hitting you, but the table, like this. Snap your fingers in front of your forehead like this. When you have negativity, doomsday scenario, it's going to be end of the world. I'm not capable of doing this. My human is so stupid. My human is so negative. Flick your freaking fingers and snap out of it, dear ones. We say this with so much loving kindness, but we are here to train you to remember your true power. This is what you want. You want to know your true power. You want to know yourself. Why? Because you want to be happy. You want to dance in your garden. You want to have a party with your friend. You want, as a matter of fact, many of you, you just want a freaking happy, simple life. You don't necessarily dream of all of the travel first class in Bali kind of vibe. No, you want to adventures, yes. You want fun, yes. But you want true connection to yourself, to nature, and to God, and to life, and to friends. So start with the self. Believe in your power to change. Change is the only constant. Once you realize this, change is going to happen around you all the time. But through the change, you are the tree with the roots. with the backbone, with the channel opened up, with the leaves. You know how to adapt, but you never get taken down. You never rooted. You are unshakable force of creation. That is your divine power. And this year is the year of one. This is the year of the whore starting soon. This is the year of coherence, the penetration of the field through integrity, stamina, endurance, work, and, as beloved Tahna brings into the field, nurturing, love, kindness, compassion, relaxation, presence, family. We shift timeline this way. We hand the microphone to Tahna if she feels, or you feel, beloved ones, to talk about timelines activation and also how us Arcturians also help you guys, eh?
Oh, there is about calibrating which timeline to go down. There is accessing the timeline that you desire requires one thing and one thing only, and that is you taking the fucking action to go the places you want to go, because no one is coming to save you. You can be empowered and held and loved within community, but it is actionable steps towards the way that you treat yourself and who you allow into your field. Same with what Sandrine and the Arcturians have shared. You must be ruthless with the people that you allow in your field. You do not have to be kind. You have to be kind to yourself and watch where you allow the energy to move and how it shifts. And when we speak into timelines, there is access at the moment to jump 20 years in advance, because the light quota that is coming onto planet Earth at the moment is beyond anything that humans have ever experienced before. There is fatigue, there is headaches, there is tiredness, there's aurora borealis coming in, there is the intensity beyond which most humans have ever anticipated before. And also you will see the timelines where many of the people and the humans that you all love are exiting through this lifetime, because it is not for them to stay in this frequency shift. The upgrade is beyond what has ever been experienced for the human. And so therefore, as you anticipate and bring this through, your understanding on the mental level, you can prepare yourselves. Same. You cannot plant a garden without fucking digging up the soil. You cannot nurture without putting the effort in. You cannot grow a field of wildflowers without accessing care and tenderness and time. And that can sometimes be brutal and gruesome and hard. Your hands and your face will be burnt. There will be calluses. That is the requirement that comes. Yes, there is love and light, and yes, there is pleasure, and yes, there is the goodness, but there is discipline, there is discernment, and there is understanding that only you can be responsible for your lifetime. Yes, you can call upon your higher self. Yes, you can call upon the Arcturians and the Syrians and the Andromedans, but if you do not actively open that gateway, they will stand in stasis and wait. It is you who opens the portals. It is you with the power. There is a sickness that has been bled into humanity, a program that will be actively deconstructed for you as you listen to this, where the human has been led to believe that they are at the bottom of the chain and that there is hierarchy and divinity. There is no fucking hierarchy and divinity. There is only the understanding that I am soul and you are soul and we are multidimensional. We are no better than you just because we can access different realms or different frequencies or because we live in different dimensions. You have every single iota of power that you need in order to live the life that you desire and to elicit the change that this world needs. And every single person will find that by accessing the love and the frequency through discipline, through the understanding of who you are. But you cannot find that through the distortions and the projections of everyone else's ideas of who you are and who you should be. You have to shut out the fucking noise. You have to sit the fuck down and you have to get to know who you are. You have to sit in the uncomfortable feelings long enough to feel them. You need to process the heartbreak. You need to process that feeling from when you were 5 when someone bullied you, because that inner child needs you. You need to stand in front of the fucking mirror every single day. You need to say, I love you, I see you. What does my little girl, what does my little boy, what does my inner person need today? you are still intricately connected to every single past life. So how can you think that you're not intricately connected to that inner child? Every single version of you that has existed from the point of creation all the way through multidimensional time-space reality to this day still exists. So alchemize, sit with the fire, allow yourself to feel your feelings, get the fuck off the dating app, stop looking at social media, stop shopping, stop drinking, same. Sandrine said this. It is time to actually stand the fuck up on your 2 feet and walk towards what you want, because the portals are opened by you.
So much fun we're having all together, dear ones. It's very profound. And we are going to continue with talking about the Arcturian frequency and consciousness in co-creation with human realms and how we perceive it from a unique standpoint. As we connect and channel this transmission around consciousness of Arcturians, we connect from 9th-dimensional configuration of Arcturus, and 9th-dimensional configuration of Arcturus is where us Arcturians, we work on merging our consciousness as one consciousness. So think about all the beings of planet Earth telepathically connecting with one another, being able to feel everything that everyone else is feeling. Yes, right? So this is what we are working on, and we are working on stabilizing the vibrational point at a frequency level that is high enough that we merge as one consciousness embodied in a multitude of different avatar frequency bodies, co-creating with different realms such as Earth. So what we are doing tremendously through Sandrine's field, because as Arcturian co-create differently with different channelers, with different ones of our own who are present in human bodies. Many of you here are very strong recorded Arcturian star seeds too, or you have Arcturian blueprint in your field, right? So for us, what we work with through Sandrine and what we want to see happening in humanity is for humans to understand more the connectedness of frequency. Is that, of course, everything starts with the self. You create your reality and you are responsible for your garden, as we have established, for your frequency set point, and you need to be sovereign, connecting to your sovereign channel. But then from there is the other end of the stick, or the other end of the equation, as we call it. It is also realizing that alone you are nothing. You are no one. To really be, you need connectedness because you are part of a web. No, think about your body. When you eat something that is bad for you, you might quickly already feel a taste. There is a reaction of the body. That's not great, but you force yourself down. And then down the esophagus, it's irritated. Then you might have heartburn. And then from there, you have digestive system. And then from there, you have massive diarrhea. Everything is connected. And then over time, the toxic food is going to damage all the organs, is going to create problems with the lymphatic system, it creates stagnation in the brain, it brings in worms and all of these parasites, and so on. So you need to bring pristine health. So all your systems, all your organs, lymphatic system, blood systems, and everything functions, and you're a healthy person, right? Now take it to planet Earth. When you treat another human with disrespect, when you treat yourself with disrespect, you inject some form of poison in the interaction. You are desacralizing the body of Gaia. You are an atom in Gaia's body. Karash. That is truth. That is life architecture. You know this to be true. The leaves on the tree, the cat Sandrine has on her lap, Tahna, every single life form around you, the animals, the plant, the consciousness is interconnected. So here is the thing. When you eat an animal that has been treated badly, you co-create with the templating of torture, of rape consciousness, and of desacralization of life. If you want to eat animals, so be it, but raise them, love them, heal them through ceremony, and celebrate them. When you connect with other humans, do you see them as God and goddesses embodied? Or do you see them as moguls, as stupid people, are people who are dormant, unawoken, everything? The way you treat other people is what you're going to receive from Gaia, from creation, from God. So us Arcturians, through Sandrine, we train people into raising the bar around impeccability of connection to other frequencies. So it means that if someone desacralizes your house by bringing substances or energy or a vibe that is not in alignment with the crystalline frequency you are creating in your house, this person needs to be removed immediately from your close proximity circle, never to step back in the house until that person has reached a level, a standard that is equal to the vibrational point you are setting for yourself and your reality. That is not being mean. It's clearing the garden out of the weeds. If you have family members, if you have friends, if you have people on the street walking all over you, telling you what to do, how do you think that's going to affect your life truly? Why do you allow this? No. Sacred boundaries. Get the fuck out of my life. If you want to be in my life, that's how you're going to be. My standard is here. And humans confuse being loving other people, being a carpet walked all over. Or the opposite, being so rigid. Look at me, I'm so awoken, so enlightened. I was a priestess with Isis. I'm also Arcturians. All of these people who just want to talk about the weather. I cannot wait to ascend and not be surrounded by all of these low frequency vibes. Really? Do you want to go down, like, how much more of a nasty brat can you be than this? No. Interconnectedness is realizing that everything that's happening out there is a breathing, living atom in the body of God, learning to function as a whole, learning to regulate itself. Now you are at war, and you have been at war for over 3,500 years. The war has not stopped, according to our perspective, because humans use your resources to destroy yourself and other people and the planet. Us Arcturians are here through the frequency that we share, through the people that are present, connected with us, through a teaching, through centering. We are teaching interconnectedness. We are teaching that I can love my family members and not want them in my life. I can even feel that I don't love my father. I don't love my people. Actually very angry towards them, but my consciousness is open enough to realize that it's a human processes of alchemizing victimhood and wounding and trauma, and that my human is processing that. But as the light of God, the way I hold myself is that I do not cultivate hate, I do not cultivate resentment, I do not cultivate nasty gossip, nor frustration, nor jealousy, nor hatred, nor fiery anger. It's that through my impeccable way of connecting to myself first and to the people around me, I am learning all of the time. And of course, you're going to feel that you fuck up, dear one. It happens all of the time. But us Arcturian, we teach you to be the angel of your human. Sandrine is very far from perfect. We're going to say that from beloved Tahna, but they are perfect, these humans, in their imperfections, because they witness the human going like, oopsies, did this, oopsies, done that, oopsies, thought about that, didn't do this. It's like, oopsies, like, let's be very radically honest with the human. This is where there is an area of growth. This is when we are improving, and it is very fine. That is the human journey. But as an embodied fractal of God, I guide my human both with loving compassion and also very clear direction into the embodiment of the divinity. So we teach also Arcturians, we teach that sovereignty is really realizing that other people can do what the fuck they want. Some people ascend eating meat. Some people ascend without even being spiritual. Eh? It's just because the placement of the consciousness, the actions that they take. The actions speak 1,000 words. So the way you treat other people is more important than anything else, really. It's a directing mirroring of the integrity barometer that's anchored within your crystalline blueprint. So Karashemoite, we shift timelines with humanity by providing an infusion of frequency with other galactic beings. We come together to bring a crystalline frequency that is so high that it cannot meet the density of your current earth plane. So the frequency that we bring is of such a pure connection that it means that when you interact with us through Sandrine or through Tahna, through other trance channel, but especially, in the vortex, because what we share is what trance channel through Sandrine, the more you come to us, the more you receive from us, the more you get to open up and receive this frequency and infuse this frequency. And it's like the memory is present inside of you of the many lifetimes where you knew peace and love and activated civilization. Those memories are going to come back, but also your tolerance. You will not tolerate hating on yourself. You will not tolerate eating nasty food. You will not tolerate hanging with low frequency people. You can no longer tolerate it. It comes from an internal shift. And as this internal shift happens, you realign for coherence with words and actions. So we highly encourage you, dear one, to really listen again to this transmission we're sharing today, because many more keys are going to come to you, because we want to finish with this snippet of a transmission by saying that please exert loving compassion. You will never reach a state of perfection that will be satisfying to your human. Why? Because humans will have doubts. Humans will have some form of shame or guilt or fears of the future, anxiety and stress. But this can be reduced to a level where it is felt, but it does not guide you any longer. It is not a part of the narrative of your decision-making process. And that is mastery. And that is available to each and every one of you. So do not reach perfection. Reach mastery in loving yourself unconditionally, being your greatest cheerleader, your greatest ally, your best friend first, and build this stamina, this backbone through your action, and you will be a master. You will have fun and dance under the stars and make love to your partner and swim in the sea and go to parties on earth and contribute. You contribute, okay? And so we say, it is done for now, dear ones. Is there anything that you would like to bring in the field too, dear Tahna, before we close for session today?
To follow on what Sandrine has been sharing through her channel is the difference between an Arcturian and a human is that you have access to physicality, touching the humans around you. Do not underestimate the glory of sharing your love, of sharing your companionship, of being around people. Firstly, through discernment of who gets access to your time, but be in community. There is a calling this year of this deep need for humans to be standing beside each other, to be going for walks in nature, to be sitting in ceremony, to be in communion. We have Mahakyatru witnessed the humans separated for the last 6 years, and it is time for togetherness to come now. And we ask and request that the infiltration of grace, alongside the understanding that your love cannot be diminished by how much you give it away. Throw it like fucking confetti, because there is a need in humanity right now for love to infiltrate every fucking crevice that is lonely And there is a loneliness epidemic. There are people who are struggling to connect because of the computers, because of the applications. There is a throwaway mentality in terms of connection. And we ask that you come together, be in person, speak to the person who packs your groceries, who pumps your gas, the person who is serving you at the supermarket. Speak to the humans, because every single smile that you offer to a person, regardless of where they are in their ascension journey, you are giving them love, and those keys are going to not only open up their world, but you. Every time you speak about your passions, about your enthusiasms, about what you love, you bleed your frequency of love onto this planet, and you heal Gaia. You may not be able to walk into a fucking war zone with a backpack full of food, and we feel the pain and the grief that comes with that. But when you spill your love onto every person you encounter, you are doing the service that is needed at this time. Do not fucking underestimate how much power there is in your stability, in your love, and in offering yourself grace and every human you interact with grace. Because we are all, every single being on this planet, you are in this intricate dance of understanding consciousness and density of physicality. Us Arcturians, we are outside of the density of being in physical body, so we have access to different levels of consciousness in much more ease. You can access, but you also have to be embodied and grounded in this physical form, because this is the purpose of being. We feel complete in this experience, and we are very grateful for everyone for listening and tuning in, and for the questions, and for beloved Sandrine.
Thank you so much, dear one. We will finish also by sharing, if you want to connect more with us, I think was part of the question, talk to us, ask us to come at nighttime, give us full permission to work on your body, on your energetic body. Because of the principle of non-intervention, we can do very little. But if at nighttime you say, please come Arcturians, please come my family of the light and help me, we will, we can. Allow yourself to also familiarize yourself with us, our codes on appearance, what we love doing. Feel us around you. Ask us questions. Do automatic writing. Ask questions, dear Arcturians. What do you think about it? And allow yourself to write an answer. And to notice timeline shift happening into your life. Train your eyes to witness beauty and miracles around you. You will know that you are stepping into a higher reality, a new timeline, when you have new people coming into your life that are of very high quality. You have higher quality people in your life. You desire personally to have healthier hygiene in terms of physical exercises and what you take. Do you drink alcohol? Do you eat bad food? Your human will naturally want health, want to have really good physical exercise. You will naturally want to love. You might want to fall in love. You might want to not fall in love and be in a relationship, but your heart will guide you to love more. So love your people more and witness that everything that you receive, people giving you praises, people saying, I'm so happy that you are in my life, people giving you gifts, people randomly smiling at you, people giving you a compliment, all of that, notice and receive. Don't say, oh, I'm not that special. Oh, don't deflect it. Don't reject it, what is coming to you. If you see certain numbers, feathers, certain visions, crystals, things coming into your awareness, don't think it's random. Everything is interconnected. Remember what he teach you. Everything is interconnected. God, the universe works 24/7 for your entire life, the entire life of these realms, to serve you, so you can rise in your mastery and serve the mission. And so it is. We are finishing now with a light language for embodiment. We invent you, beloved Tahna, following us, because we started we want beloved Tahna to finish, please. But first, us, we channel just quick light language, and then you, beloved Tahna, and then we close. Please feel in your body, allow yourself to receive if that feels good to your human. If you do not want to receive this, if it doesn't feel good, say no and stop transmission. It's very fine too. Here it is for you. Grazie molto un po' rasimoe tata karashinya varashino krasamato koriciniatri conteritiamiatri tora soha e tarasamiatri conteripare shiniatri potere entere puta trattare zuniatri ore e chiatri morara sanorote pore te tora tiapri to gretamare to cotremporei e che otrampere un po' rankrashinore puyondre karatamore zgo tietra natratei. Mo kira shamari tu biti, o kira tomara shanari tai, torinya tirokota. Oi, niane karamana tarito, ore, ya. Ero teremana karatarua. Ia, cresce matare tu potere se arzi.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Arcturians from the High Council. We are so grateful for this transmission today. As we close up, I would like you to think of yourself, Alex, as this precious crystalline gold. And remember that as you get filled up by the love and the access and the beauty of this life and your ascension journey, there is also times where you need to allow the settling and for the liquid and for the nourishment that you have received to drain down and ground in your body. Do not forget that your most important asset in this ascension journey is in the back of your vessel. You have access to so much through the beauty of your bodies. Kunosi kiachante ikiapien surun yachante ikiapien sukurumare sin sekya sukrum. We give thanks to the dragons, the giants, the Arcturians, the Syrians, the Pleiadians. We give thanks to beloved Yeshua and Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary, the rose priestesses, the Essenes, all of the beings and the guardians who have been here, the animals and the land that we stand upon right now here in Wellington, New Zealand. We give thanks to each and every one of you for being here, for receiving this, for opening your hearts to more love, to more beauty, to more decadence in the form of being a human embodied. God consciousness in this vessel. Fill your chalice with love and grace and honoring. Giving thanks to Archangel Metatron and Archangel Michael, we ground and close this session. Thank you. Thank you.